I'ma need safety. Tell her I can't snake me. Ray gun off safety. My girl so tasty. Tell her it's your world. She want the two-tone spaceship. Blow smoke screen daily, so the stress don't faze me. I'm going. I keep.
Give him the reins. Every dog needs a cage. It acts as a line of communication between the dog and the handler, as well as a lifesaver for a dog when your dog is stranded in a sea of traffic, pedestrians or vehicles. The best leash is tough, and the dog is sturdy without measuring the size properly. A training leash should not be more than 6 feet, and the width should be determined by the material of the leash, and the size of the dog. Small dogs typically do not need a farm more than half an inch wide. Medium to giant-sized dogs rarely need a notch 5/8 to 3/4 inch wide. You will be able to easily fold the extra length in the palm of the hand carrying the leash. The metal clasp should have a bolt-type, swivel snap design. A hug, which can only be opened by pushing on the hinged piece, can be opened by the dog, making it unreliable. Retractable leashes are a subtle addition to your arsenal to teach your dog to come when he is called, or to explore him without being underfoot, and to give him a chance to play. However, when used on city sidewalks, or in other populated areas, they can be a serious hazard. Skaters and cyclists can easily roll into a thin leash line, putting all three of you at a disadvantage. For the safety of grass, park, open space, wood, or field, or your own backyard, store retractable items. Get him collared. For the collar, there are countless choices: fixed circumference collar, bark collar, head halter, correction collar, and shoe. Your selection should be based on the dog's mood, strength, and level of training. A well-trained dog of any size will be comfortable in a certain circumference of collar, which does not harden when the leash is tugged. All dogs should have one of these collars for rabies, licensing, and identification tags. This type of collar is usually needed for training small and medium-sized dogs. A head halter is recommended for dogs that are overly brave, are shy, forged with lead, display high prey drive, or are aggressive with humans or other dogs. This humane training tool, built on the same foundation, allows the little ones to handle the big horses. Controls the head, and follows the body. Although most dogs act in such a way that their mouths have been bitten by a bee, when first fitted for a head halter, they soon become accustomed to the new sensation of nylon straps on the bridge of the nose, and became much more controllable. The head halter gives the handler much better control over the dog's face than a conventional collar. A correction collar, commonly called a choke collar, when the dog moves away from the handler, or pulls the handler to draw the dog's attention. These are somewhat effective depending on the dog's touch sensitivity level and drive. But when not using it, be sure to slip the collar. Every year many dogs are killed by suffocation, being allowed to play with other dogs, or after walking home alone after a correction call. These collars are also associated with spinal problems, resulting in increased annoyance and aggression in some dogs. Buyer beware. If your dog needs special training, is at risk of a respiratory tract rupture, or has a kennel cough, a harness is appropriate. Harness falls into two categories: job-specific and general. The work-specific section includes no jump, and no pull shoes. When using these tools, be sure to visit any part of the body frequently. Where the straps or cords rub or stop moving. When the wound is formed, stop using. Most commonly used for body, shoe, throat, problem dog, a trainer's nightmare. When in the middle of the dog's back, there is a leash connection ring, the dog gets a slight lead from the handler, and feels free to pull. The new Sense Action shoe, with its leash connector on the front, the book provides good guidance. Use other common shoes, only if necessary for your health reasons. Otherwise, a fixed circumference collar, or head halter, will serve you better. The wrong equipment can hurt your dog, and hinder the progress of your training. For your personal situation, take the time to select the right training materials. And then walking the dog can be the most comfortable part of your day.